We look at the night or the nights of Pesach, and we ask ourselves, what is the Pesach experience about? What are we to gain as individuals as we go through the ceremonies of the Pesach evening? So I'd like to speak about some aspects of transformation that if we prepare ourselves accordingly and appropriately, we can feel through the dynamic and spiritual aspect of the evening. I'd like to raise two specific questions. The first is on the statement of Rabban Gamliel in source number 4. Whoever has not said these three things on the Pesach has not fulfilled their obligation, and they are Pesach, Matzah, and Maror. Lekach Valibov in source number 5 asks a very famous question, and he asks, V'yikshu mefarshim on the third line, Halo hamaror zecher l'shibut, k'mo shomrim maror zeh shanu ochlim al shuma al shum shemaru et chayev otenu. Is not maror for the bitterness that we endured in Egypt as slaves. And Pesach and Matzah are obviously symbols of geula, of redemption. In kain hayinu tzrichim le'echol hamaror kodem hamatzah. Should we not have first eaten and spoken about the maror, which is chronologically the experience of servitude, and then the Pesach and Matzah, which are the experience of redemption? It seems that it's a little bit out of order. That first we talk about redemption, and then we go back in time to the servitude. And likewise, the way we eat it. We first eat the matzah, and then the maror. Question 1. Question number 2, at the end of the first section of the Haggadah of Maggid, we speak about how the Passover sacrifices whose blood shall reach on the side of your altar for repentance, and we shall thank you. That's a hope that we shall be able to eat those offerings, and we shall thank you for a new song, for a redemption, for a liberation of our souls. And we end, Baruch Atah Hashem, Gal Yisrael, and then we drink the Bari Piragafen and drink the second cup of wine. In source number 3, the Shibbolei Aleket explains that we're reciting the bracha of Gal Yisrael. One should have intention for the mitzvah of Sipur Yitziat Mitzrayim, of retelling the story of leaving Egypt, as the bracha relates to the mitzvah. The obvious question then is, why does this blessing not appear at the beginning of Maggid when we're about to perform the mitzvah? If we hold that the bracha of Gal Yisrael is a birkas ha-mitzvah, then the question is, does not normally, I'd say, I have an apple, I first say a bracha, or a lulav, I first say the bracha of al-Nitziat lulav, and then I shake the lulav. Would it not make more sense to say the bracha of Gal Yisrael at the beginning, and then go through the Haggadah, and then end with the drinking of the cup of wine? Why is the bracha, if it is indeed a bracha of the sipur, of the retelling of the story, why is the blessing at the end and not at the beginning? And if we hold that it's not a bracha of mitzvah, it's a birkas ha-shevach, it's a bracha to praise Hashem, then we also are stuck with the question, so then where is the birkas ha-mitzvah? How come we don't have a bracha at the beginning saying, Hashem commanded us in the Torah, V'hikara tel levincha, to retell the story to your child? Why is that missing? It seems like this is an opportunity to fulfill mitzvah from the Torah, like lulav, like sitting in the sukkah. Why is this missing in our case? That's our second question. To be able to appreciate a bit of what Pesach is about and thereby respond to these questions on two levels, we need to understand what the whole idea of Pesach is about. We all know that Pesach takes up an enormous attention and focus within our halachic and hashkafic mindset. The first of the Aseret Dibrot of the 10 Commandments, as noted in the asterisk in source number 6 in the Sefer Das Shraga, is Anochi Hashem Elokecha, Asher Tzeitzcha Meretz Yitzrayim Mibeit Avodim. I am the Lord your God who took you out of Egypt. The way HaKadosh Baruch Hu introduces himself is not the God who created heaven and earth, but rather the God who took us out of Egypt. And when we look at the mitzvahs that we do during the course of the year, whether it's Shabbos, whether it's Yontif, we say in our Kiddush, we say in our davening, Zecher L'Yitziat Mitzrayim, remembering leaving Egypt. There's a mitzvah every day to remember we left Egypt. What is this whole idea that Egypt takes up such a tremendous focal attention within our machshava, within our maisa, within our thought? So the Ashraga brings a very profound insight of the Gra. The Gra makes a comparison between the Brias Ha'olam, the creation of the world, and the Brias Am Yisrael, Yetziras Am Yisrael, the creation, the formation of the Jewish people. Just like HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world at one time, B'koach, in potential, and then we're in the third paragraph after the asterisk, and Al Brias Ha'olam Ne'amar HaMechadesh B'tuvo B'chol Yom Tamid Maseh Breishi. HaKadosh Baruch Hu then is involved in recreating the world every single day. Omnam kol chelkei habriya kvar bru'im ve'omdim mizman briyat ha'olam, even though in essence the Bria really started at the time of creation, that is b'koach, in potential. But the potential then has to be developed each and every day. Likewise, he says, when Klal Yisrael are formed as a nation, our formation starts, our creation, so to speak, our Bria Sa'olam, our creation is at the time